Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, just continuing my experiments with the Lionel 1033 transformer that's been converted to AC and DC. Added the two terminals on the front of the transformer. This is pure DC output. Anyway, running a Marx 21 diesel. And just wanted to show you how really slow you can run this stuff on DC. Now, as you see, you cannot do this with AC. It simply will not run this slow on AC. In straight lines, it'll actually run fairly slow. You get to a curve and it will stop. And as you see, on DC, it does not do that. This continues to run actually quite well. Around all the curves, up and running, and actually running splendidly at this speed. Anyway, so I just want to do a quick video on this Lionel, or this Marx 21 diesel. This is a big old heavy tin litho locomotive. It runs actually quite well, as you see, on DC. E-unit works. So with all the experiments I've done, I can say unequivocally that every locomotive you own will run better on DC. Better meaning smoother, quieter, slower. You have much better speed control. And as you see, this works absolutely perfectly. And now that I have a universal transformer, I can buy a DC locomotive and go ahead and run it without having to muck with it. I can either run it on AC or just change the connection and run it on DC. But in any case, as you see, this is running absolutely perfectly. So I should probably have done this sooner. Anyway, it started as an experiment and wound up as a new useful tool on the layout. I mean, it's actually quite handy to have DC available on a standard AC transformer. So it works. I can find absolutely no defect or drawback to doing this. It actually only took a few minutes to make the alterations. It took longer to drill the holes and mount the new terminals than it did to actually wire it. So I'm pulling AC off the transformer, going through the rectifier, and then two new terminals for the DC output. The original AC output is unaffected. It remains just as it was from the factory. You see how this is running a bit faster now. As these old motors get warm, the oil gets thinner, the bearings open up a bit. Now, as you see, this is running really well on DC. Now let's slow it back down. So, no drawback to doing this at all. Like I said, I should have done this sooner instead of buying a DC power supply. The rectifier is $3, something like that. It only took a few minutes to do it. And like I said, it gives me a really useful tool. Because anything that runs on DC, I can run directly off this transformer, do all the AC stuff off the same transformer, so it came in really handy. Like I said, I wish I had done this sooner, actually. This works. It works really well. It's really convenient to have this now. So I would probably be lost without it. Anyway, I just want to do a quick follow-up video. As you see, this locomotive runs absolutely splendidly on DC. E-unit works. The only thing I've noticed is the lights are not as bright on DC as they are on AC at the same speeds. If this was AC, that light would be really brightly lighted. The DC just does not do that, even though the motor is running at actually considerably good speed. So in any case, and we have lots of power available. I mean, I can derail this thing in a heartbeat. So anyway, just to follow up, probably be the last video. So I'm glad I built it. I'm going to go ahead and start using this. I mean, it's like I said, it is really convenient. Just an extra set of terminals, and I now have a direct DC output for doing all kinds of experiments. I can also use this for charging a battery. So it'd be great for charging the portable controller that runs on that 5 amp battery. In any case, just want to do a follow-up. This thing works. Like I said, I wish I had built it sooner. It works really, really well. It's convenient, and I think I'd probably be lost without this now. This works really, really well. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. It works, it's cheap. I'm glad I have it. It's going to be a very, very useful tool. So a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.